Hey everybody, Baker King here. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys what the pre-raid best in slot gear looks like for all you aspiring Shadow Priests out there. Shadow Priest is the class that I'm planning on maining once Classic drops, and I have leveled to 60 on a private server as well. The Shadow Priest thematically really speaks to me, and I'm looking forward to seeing all my shadowy brothers on launch. Since we know that Blizzard plans to do progressive item gating, we can expect to see many items in their final, more updated form. Do not confuse this with progressive itemization. Items will be in their final form, but they'll be gated by which patch they were made available. Most of the items you're going to see on this list can be farmed through endgame dungeons, but there are a few BOE pieces scattered throughout the list that can either be extremely hard to get or can cost you an arm and a leg. Knowing that, I will list not only the best in slot for the most hardcore players, but I will also list a few options that are easier for the more casual player as well. With that being said, let's start breaking down the Shadow Priest pre-raid best in slot gear list. Starting with your headpiece, you're going to be looking at getting Green Lens of Shadowy Wrath. This is a randomly generated engineering item. Every time you craft Green Lens, it will create an item with one of the many suffixes found in the items of Classic WoW. This is totally random and may take either a lot of money or time to get this one. It has 34 shadow spell damage and 10 stamina. Alternatively, you can obtain Fellcloth Hood. It is a tailoring BOE item and can be had for relatively cheap. It has 10 intellect and increases shadow damage done by up to 30. Next up, we have the next slot. The Star of Mysteria is so good and easy to get that I recommend casuals and hardcore players to grab this item. It can be found off the final boss in Stratholme named Balnazar. It has 8 spirit, 9 intellect, 9 stamina, and most importantly, increases your chance to hit with spells by 1%. For our best in slot shoulders, we have Fellclaw Shoulders. They are a BOE item made by tailors and are also relatively inexpensive. Your alternative would be the Elder Wizard's Mantle, which is also a BOE item. It provides less shadow damage, but it gives you a healthy dose of intellect. In my opinion, these two items are interchangeable, and whatever you can get easier or for cheaper should be the item that you go for. Next, we have our cape. For all intents and purposes, Spritecaster Cape will be your pre-raid best in slot cape. This cape drops from Houndmaster Grebmar in Blackrock Depths, but if you really wanted to farm it, the Archivist Cape of Shadowy Wrath, dropped by Archivist Galford in Stratholme, would technically be your best in slot. Like the engineering goggles, the item has a chance to roll a random suffix, but you also have to remember that the boss does not drop this item on every kill, making your chances of getting this item even harder. For our chest piece, our best in slot item is the Robe of Winter Night. This chest piece is another crafted BOE item made by tailors. It is by and large the best item for Shadow Priests, and any Shadow Priest worth their salt should get this item and this item alone. Next, onto our bracers. Our best in slot item is going to be Manacle Cuffs. These are obtained through a quest giver located in BRD. A second option will be the Magical Cuffs. These are a BOE world drop and can usually be found on the auction house for a decent price. For our gloves, our best in slot items are the Hands of Power. They are found in Lower Blackrock Spire and are dropped by Quartermaster Zigris. An alternative would be the Dreamweave Gloves. They are a tailoring BOE item and can be acquired as low as level 40. Now on to our belt slot. Our pre-raid best in slot belt is going to be Bangthok Sash. It can be obtained by killing the boss Okthor the Breaker, located in Blackrock Depths. Alternatively, you can also use the Clutch of Andros as a stand-in. The Clutch of Andros is obtained from killing the boss Kritonos the Herald, located in Solomance. For our legs, the best in slot item is going to be Skyshroud Leggings. This item is found in Lower Blackrock Spire and is dropped by High Lord Omok. If you're having bad luck with getting that to drop, you can alternatively use Fellcloth Leggings. They are a BOE item made by tailors and they sell for a decent price. Up next, we have our boots. For our best in slot item, we have Omnicast Boots. They are dropped in Blackrock Depths by the Golem Lord boss. If you're having a hard time obtaining these boots, you can always instead shoot for the BOE tailoring item, Shadowweave Boots. For our first ring spot, both the Alliance and the Horde have a quest to save the princess who is located at the very end of Blackrock Depths. This quest rewards you with one of your pre-raid best in slot rings. Your second ring slot will be Cyclopean Band. Cyclopean Band can be found in Blackrock Depths and drops off of Okthor the Breaker. Now, we're going to talk about trinkets. First, and most importantly, you're going to want to acquire the Burst of Knowledge off Ambassador Flamelash located in Blackrock Depths. Mana is a Shadow Priest's worst enemy, so getting this trinket is really important. Second, you'll want to pick up Briarwood Reed. Briarwood Reed can be found in Upper Blackrock Spire, and it drops off of Jed Runewatcher. Coming down the home stretch, we have our best in slot weapon, which is Scepter of the Unholy. This item is found in Stratholme Undead side and drops from the last boss, Baron Rivendare. Alternatively, you can run Solomance for the Witchblade, which is dropped by boss Darkmaster Gandling. Last but not least, let's talk about what we're going to be using in our offhand and what item we're going to be using for our wand. In our offhand, you're going to want to equip an item called the Spirit of Aquamentus. This offhand is a quest reward from a long chain that starts in the Ungoro crater. For our wand, we are once again heading back to Solomance to pick up the Bonekeeper Stylus. This wand drops off of Darkmaster Gandling. That's all I got for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one.